Welcome to another edition of Africa Sideways, and that's the kind of sound you're going to get when you put the car into drive in the new GWM Tank. And it is a hell of a tank. This time they put the 2.4 litre turbo diesel in here, and it goes really well. And at only 700,000 rand a pop, I think they're going to sell a lot of product. This is made for South Africa. They got Cooper all-terrain tires on here, standard. I love it when car companies put a proper all-terrain on standard. Electric seats, you can get it to suit your height. It really does drive nicely. Similar power in here as a 2.4 litre Fortuner. Good range, about 700 k's. They got a decent fuel tank in here. The engine's quiet for a diesel. The Chinese have taken it up a notch with this car. Like I say, every time I drive a Chinese car, they continue to up the ante, ladies and gentlemen. Nice panoramic sunroof. You can open it up, open and close. Over there. Close her up. Beautiful. I like that some of that being manual, less to go wrong. It does have blind spot monitor and all sorts of other goodies, and decent clearance, proper batch plates. I'm gonna take this on the off-road track, see what it can do. It performs very well in the city. Quite a large car, but it's not oversized. Bit of turbo lag there. Once it's going, it really kicks in there with plenty of mid-range power. So yeah, this is really one of the most fun Chinese cars to drive. It's off-road ready, and I like getting into the bush. I'm going to take it for a little night drive as well. Parts unknown. Like the round. They got these big round air vents. The screen, this is one of the best LCD screen layouts I've seen. It's very simple. It's like it's made to go inside. It's like this is all custom fit basically. They just didn't stick an LCD on. So as a result, you've got great visibility out the front here. The LCD screen doesn't protrude at all. In terms of the center console, it could be a little bit more space for the leg. I found the 8.7 center console fits a little bit better than this, but it's still enough room for a biggish guy. Loads of headroom. I can really drop this a bit if I want. I can drop that quite a bit. Drop it like it's hard or hot. Anyway, this is a hell of a value proposition. 700,000 rand. For the all-wheel drive luxury version. Hey, what chat? Low range, front diff lock, rear diff lock, Cooper tire standard. Cooper's not quite where BFG is, but it's still a trusted name in tires, that's for sure. And this certainly does the business. Turns nicely. I mean, the competition this thing's up against is pushing $1 million and some of it over. This feels like a cross between a Jeep and an H7. It's kind of got the Jeep Wrangler looks, but with a lot of the H7 interior. You can charge your phone up here. It's got USB-C, USB charging ports. And when you put your foot in, it's all there, ladies and gentlemen. Loads of power. Good off-road. I mean, what's not to like about the car? More dealer networks popping up for GWM, so parts are going to be better and better availability. Do your research on the 9-speed gearbox. That's the speed monitor going off. As soon as you go over the speed limit, it beeps at you. This is really for the conscientious driver. Safety first, as I always say. Okay, let's do the old speed hump test. Very nice. And then boot it out. You can turn that thing off. Does do a bit of beep in this car, like all Chinese cars. Nice storage space. I can put a Coke here. Let's see how fizzy it is. There we go, still alright. There we go, the big girl. She handles quite nicely. Throw it into corners, brakes are okay. And out she comes. Oh, the back end slips out of it sometimes if you ask it nicely. So all in all, quite a fun car to drive. Let me try this drinks holder, see if it doesn't wrap as much. There's another drinks holder. There we go. There's two drinks holders there. You can also turn off the traction control and the little back end wants to get out there. So for 700k, this is a lot of value for money. There's also a 2-litre turbo version of this. It's the same engine from the H7. So if you want more performance and not so worried about the fuel economy, the 2-litre turbo is a great option as well. And then you've got the hybrid version, which I drove, and the fuel economy wasn't that great, so I didn't see a point in that hybrid system. So I would either get the 2-litre turbo or this diesel version. Definitely, they're a lot cheaper as well than the hybrid. The hybrid's pushing $1 million. This is 700. So that's a bit of a no-brainer from that perspective. Nice solid covers here. That feels pretty well made. Not too shabby nice. Yeah, right at home here on the off-road track. This is just light off-roading, but it soaks it up. You can do a lot more serious stuff than this, but most people, this is all they're really going to do, and this does it properly. This has got bash plates, proper bash plates. The H7 had plastic ones. This thing's got the real McCoy. I really think they're going to sell a lot of this product with this engine, and it's built for South Africa. This thing's got almost 800k range if you're driving sensibly. It really does tick a lot of boxes. About 700k. This is 300k cheaper than the hybrid, so it's really a no-brainer to get this. Not too bad on the turbo lag. Really is right at home. Proper set of tires, 265 by 60 on an 18-inch rim. I like the naked spare. Let's see how big the brake calipers are here. Decent sized brake calipers, and this 2.2 turbo diesel does the business. What do you say, flappers?
Absolutely.
Got up here pretty seamlessly, and I think it could do a lot more hectic stuff than this. Proper bash plate underneath. They haven't cut any corners here. Very impressive work. Yeah, we're on a bit of a night drive, and I'm very impressed with this car on the highway. Good pickup. See what it's like on the top end. I got a bogey. That's our rabbit. So here we are at 120. This is the kind of wind noise you can expect. smooth indeed. Engine's not really working hard at all. Not quite as quiet as the H7, but pretty effortless. What do you say, Gary?
I'm busy joking at the moment.
There you go, that's a glowing endorsement from Gary. So on the highway, yeah, it sits perfectly, hardly doing over, watch this, about 2,500 revs. Got the whole off-road thing here, this lights up really nicely at night time. You get a very high sitting position. We're off to now. A bit of night gravel, only on Africa sideways. On the off-road track, this thing's right at home, ladies and gentlemen. Sound is about automatic windscreen wipers. Haven't even had to put it into four-wheel drive. This thing is a treat. Beautiful. 1818. There's a river crossing. You don't want to get that wrong. That'll be the last thing you do. Very capable off-road. This is the difference. The hybrid would be beeping at you now, telling you to be careful, but this thing you can just send it, trying to bend it like Beckham. Hoppa. I got this is when the Cooper tires also give you a bit more confidence. That's also the end with the traction control off. You can light the back tires up. Stuck in China. Well done, GW. There's a nice puddle section. Whoa, no problem at all. Just soaks it up. Not quite Raptor suspension, but good enough for this kind of stuff, that's for sure. Okay, here we are on the rocky off-road, grade 2, 4 high. No dramas. We got all the instrumentation. It's proper out in the wilds, ladies and gentlemen. In the wilds. Soaking it up the tank. At the river crossing, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, hello. Good thing we've got a batch plate. Yeah. Okay. How was that, dude? Oh, we got over.
Bit of a surprise.
Chunky old tyres in their zone, out in the bush here. The tank's been doing its thing. The tank attack. Oops. Yeah, so all in all, a nice package. A nice package indeed. If reliability proves to be Toyota-like on this car, they're going to sell a lot of product. Because it looks good, turns a lot of heads. People are interested in this car and think it looks cool. Some women say it looks really big. It goes proper. So yeah, the Tank 300, this is a 9 out of 10 car, ladies and gentlemen. It's excellent value for money. It's bush ready. And just dying for some adventure. It's quite easy to drive. Sometimes the Chinese cars are getting better at going. Often when you indicate, it's difficult getting the indicator back in the middle, but this one's not too bad. Some of them you really have to work hard to get it. So overall, a great package, loads of leg room. It's a 5-seater. It would be nice to have a 7-seater version of this, but boot space is quite adequate. Another thing to mention is the rear boot with a spare tire, and it takes quite a bit of effort to close the door. You have to give it a bit of a slam. The whole truck feels well made and capable of getting you out there and enjoying some time in the bush. And more to come on Africa Sideways. I've got the Ford Transit coming next week.